Hey guys, it's Max. This is my 5-month video, take 2, because I'm a dumbass. Alright, so, got a couple things that I want to discuss today. First of all, is just like general physical changes that I continue to notice. Also going to talk about a little bit about my work situation, and then some ensuing depression that I'm struggling with lately, which is why I haven't done a video like mid-month, and then kind of next steps from here, I guess. So, first of all, physical changes are mostly more of the same. Nothing like really, there's like a couple little new things, but mostly like nothing majorly new and shocking at this point in time. Like, I'm continuing to, my voice is continuing to, I don't think it's getting a whole lot lower, but it's really leveling out more and kind of getting a little bit richer, which I'm really excited about. And my beard is starting to really come in, like along the sides especially, and like here. And it started creeping up here, and it's creeping in here, and there's nothing here at all. Whatever, I'll show you. It's pretty much amazing, and I'm really, really excited. It's also like zitty, so I apologize. So, my weight is kind of like leveling out was one of the things I was going to mention, but like getting more muscle tone, and I'm not really working out at all, so people hate me a little bit, but like the fat that was redistributed, it seems to be actually slimming down at this point. I'm starting to kind of relax a little bit more with my body and just like be able to kind of watch what's going on. It helps that my weight has leveled out, because I think that was a large part of the anxiety, was that I just kept gaining, and I was like, oh shit, this is never going to end, and it triggered a lot of stuff of my old anorexia fears, because that's a very primal fear for any anorexic, is, oh shit, I'm going to be gaining weight uncontrollably, and it's never going to stop, which is an unhealthy fear, and is rooted in a lot of unhealthy ways of thinking, but that's still what it is. So my weight kind of leveled out a little bit, and even though my shape is constantly changing because of the fat changing and the muscle changing, I'm able to kind of relax and roll with it a little bit more, which is very helpful. What else? Beard, voice. Oh yeah, my voice. I was going to talk about that. So, one of the things I'm really excited about is that my singing voice is starting to come back a little bit, because I was really like worried about that. That was actually one of the main reasons that I kind of didn't want to go on T for a while, was because a lot of guys were like, oh my god, it wrecks your voice. And singing has always been a very important part of my life. I used to be like a first soprano, and first soprano, right? And I was very involved in like chorus and just singing in general, wherever it might be. I haven't done any performance in years, because especially as I was starting to really like explore my gender, that first soprano voice that I had trained and worked on for so long got to be more and more dysphoric for me. So it was hard to listen to myself singing, especially hard to listen to myself recorded. So I didn't do anything with it. I didn't record it before starting on T either, which is going to be a regret, and I knew at the time it would be a regret, but I just literally, it made me ill to hear myself sing, and so I didn't do anything with it. But in any case, my voice is starting to level out and like get a little bit fuller, and I'm able to actually like use it again. It was also a source of anxiety to be in that stage of like dropping drastically, because I couldn't sing like for shit, and I couldn't control it because it was a new instrument now, and like I have to use it a different way, and I have to retrain all of my ability to like all my intonation. At this point though, it's okay, because I like the challenge, so I'm glad that I'm able to just start singing again, and hopefully I can get that trained again. So that's kind of that physically. The other main thing in my life has been work, which is continuing to not recognize my transition and just pretend it's not happening. And place a lot of unreasonable strictures on me for it, and I've been really trying to comply with what they want, but they're making it very difficult for me to actually, even within the framework that they've stated, I'm not going to get into it too much, because as I'm like listening to this, I'm like, this isn't going to make sense to you guys, but I don't want to give away a lot of details because of the fact that it's still ongoing and there's like such a mess there. So suffice it to say, they don't support me, they don't recognize me, they don't let me come to work in my own clothes and go by my own name. I told them a few weeks ago that I just basically like laid down and I said, look, as of October 16th, I'm going to come into work in my own clothes, and I'm going to request to be called by my name and pronouns, regardless of whether you guys in authority over me support that or not. That's about 2 weeks away now, and I'm getting very anxious, but I have to do it. Like, there's no way around it. So we'll see how that goes. At this point, like, my employees under me don't know still. I mean, I think a few of them have figured something out, but I haven't actually discussed it with them. And there's like maybe half a dozen people that I work with who I have told, like, and they're, as far as I know, being very respectful about keeping it quiet. A couple of my employees may know, since I got that strange comment about a few months ago on one of my videos, but I don't know. They haven't talked to me about it. So, as of the 16th, we'll see what happens. And we'll see whether I still have a job or how that goes. I'm continuing to look for employment elsewhere, but not finding anything really. I'm also trying to kind of expand my horizons a little, and I'm looking into like making a little bit of money outside with, like, I'm actually selling some apple butter right now, and like I've been foraging apples all over Denver, so they're all like organic and non-GMO, and my arms are scratched to shit from climbing apple trees. It's awesome, and I have some awesome apple butter, so if anybody wants some, give me a call. And I'm also looking into possibly getting my bakery off the ground. That's a goal that I've had for 10 plus years. More than that, like 15. Got it. Like 15 years or so. It's to open my own bakery and coffee shop and have my own space that I can especially open up to like the radical and queer community here in Denver, because it's a pretty underserved community as far as like establishments go. There's Hamburger Mary's, which is like the drag queen hamburger restaurant, and then there's a couple of gay bars, and that's like it in Denver, which is really, really sad because Denver has a large queer community. So I want to open up a space that I can showcase my baking, and I can do what I love to do, and get like a great coffee shop so that it's kind of an atmosphere that people are going to want to come and hang around and make it to a kind of community hub. But that would be a lot of work and take a long time to get off the ground, so I'll need something to, pay my bills in the meantime, but I'm starting to really seriously explore that. So if anyone watching this is an investor and wants to, help out a small business owner get established, then cool. Also, why are you watching my video? Also, please contact me. So that's kind of where I'm at with work. And the last thing I really wanted to discuss is my depression that I've been really fighting lately. And it's been getting worse and worse and worse and worse as I have been transitioning more fully physically and have been at work and still not recognized. And it's something that I don't think I can explain to my employers because they've obviously never experienced this. And, a couple people have recommended that I get on SSRIs again, and et cetera, get therapy. The problem is that it's entirely circumstantial. Like, I go to work, and, like, the second that I step out of my house in clothes that are not my own, and in, like, fucking high heels and endless, like, it's a visceral feeling of despair. And it's really getting to be hard to do my job well and to do my, well, not well. I'm still making it work, but like to really commit myself to performing my job as well as I could, and to be able to enjoy it and like actually invest in it and all the other things that are kind of important. And that's the large part of why I told, my players, I was like, I have to do this. I cannot continue to wait. Because it's breaking my heart. And it's getting to be really, really, really impossible to keep going every day. So that's that. And it sucks, especially to be at a place physically with my transition that I'm getting recognized more and more. Like, it's more unusual to be misgendered on the street now than it is to be gendered correctly, or at least it catches me off guard more, if I get misgendered, than to be gendered correctly. So then to come into work and then have to be expecting to hear my old name and my old gender all day long by people who would probably be really upset if they knew how much it upset me to hear that. It's really hard. So I'm working on moving that forward at work, and right now I'm taking a couple weeks of vacation just because I said I needed to get away. Like, if they were going to continue to not recognize me, I couldn't continue to be there. So I'm taking a couple weeks off and getting my brain back together, making apple butter, hanging out around Denver, enjoying the fall, and then I'm going to go back to work and people are going to call me by my name. Hopefully. So, wish me luck, please. I think that's about it. So, as far as like transition goes, the biggest things that I've noticed now are how casual it's getting, where it's more of a matter of comfortability after 5 months on T. It's a matter of like feeling good in my skin and feeling like I don't have to fight for every like speck of recognition that I get when I walk out the door. Some days are different, but I have to think about transition less and less, and I have to think about transitioning and the act of it and what it means in my life less and less, because it's just a matter of coming into my own rather than fighting to be who I am. So it's a good feeling, and I hope that it's one that continues, and I hope that videos get to be less and less important as I have less and less to say about how I feel and how I'm experiencing life, because it just gets to be more of my life and living it rather than fighting for it. So that's about it. I'm probably going to do a brief midweek or mid-month video. Hopefully, we'll kind of see, depending on how things go at work. I may do a mid-month video just to let you guys know what happens there. Please send me good thoughts on the sex